we'll see them. All right, look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Austin Reeves.
His assist numbers haven't been where we'd expect them to be over the past few months, and I hope that worries him too, because his ability to create assists is a big part of what makes him a complete offensive package.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Wells in at small forward. And for the Lakers, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes, and it's Doncic in at the point. 6 to shoot. Back to Reeves. Lets the 3 fly. No good there. The Grizzlies on offense. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Greg.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Pass to Edey. Jackson for 3. Outside Bane. Takes a 3. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Bane.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Here's Doncic. Cash money on the open jump shot.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Morant looking around. The shot comes out. Good D by Doncic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And slam dunk by James.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Morant against Doncic. And it's Morant off the drive. And Reeves pulls it down. The Lakers have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And James gets it to go.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Jackson with a screen on Doncic. Morant, the pass to Bane. Vanderbilt with the block. Now the Lakers moving it up. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
You don't win Defensive Player of the Year unless you're extremely disruptive. Jackson was all over that.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And here's Doncic outside. Memphis with a rebound. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
Expect to see them being much more careful tonight because of that. Maybe being a little less aggressive.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Both free throws good from James. And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he's still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a
few. To the wing on the left. Doncic outside. Tipped away. Oh, stolen by Morant. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Vanderbilt against Jackson. Doncic outside. There's James on the wing. Takes the 3. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
The three is up. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. The Lakers trail. Now James. 6 points for him. And there's the lob. And finished off by Hayes.
Just another dime from LeBron. And this man, every time he drops a dime, I feel like he moves up the leaderboard.
Pass to Jackson. Good D by Vanderbilt. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Can't hit from in close.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Morant finds Jackson, shoots from 14, and a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Nice play by Jackson Jr., just taking what the defense gives you.
Hayes with a screen. James can't get it to go. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Grizzlies up by 2. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his second.
So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now. What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Hey, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Pass to Vanderbilt. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. Vanderbilt's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Up top, Morant. Guarded by Doncic. Jackson for 3. And Reeves pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
LeBron James with the flush.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
A high percentage look for Bane. He gets to his spot and just nails it.
And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Morant. The offensive rebound. Kicks it to Doncic. Hayes with it. And finished off by Hayes.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Ja steps on the gas. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Doncic passes to James. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2.
I see him.
Here's the 3. The three-pointer is down, Ja Morant.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Morant against Doncic. On the wing, Reeves. Back to Doncic. launches it from deep. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
Morant with it, picked up by Reeves. The drive by Morant. Rebound by the Lakers.
Whew. You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Here's James driving to the basket, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 4-point Laker lead.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Morant, Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds in the game. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic...
Oh, an impossible move! Ja Morant!
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Cleared away by Wells.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Bane. Soft touch off the glass. Bane's got 4 points in the quarter.
After failing to get going in the first quarter, he's looked much better here in the second.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's James. Cleared away by Wells. Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. For 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Tie game in Los Angeles. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
25. Bam.
Fellas, you gotta love watching teams go at it like this.
Love seeing it, Ernie. It's fun to see these teams, the fans, and us in the studio.
Yeah, it makes me want to get there and play again. You guys good if I go?
And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
You like how he's a...
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
On the court for Memphis, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. Memphis, 4th.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Pippen, pass to Aldama. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Hachimura. Here's the pick. Drives to the hoop. Banked it in off the glass.
Slicing his way inside. I like seeing Hachimura put it on the deck and capitalize.
Over to the wing. Kennard outside. Pass to Stevens. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Kennard. Here's Huff. Hachimura with a rebound.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
They get it again. Fires from deep. Aldama grabs the board.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pippen, pass to Stevens. Here's Huff. Misses in close.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Three-pointer. Shot is good by Goodwin. And the Lakers lead by 3.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Nice shot by Stevens.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Goodwin, defended by Kennard. Pass to connect. They swipe it. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And that one good.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Graham.
You know, really by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league. Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Goodwin, defended by Kennard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Goodwin's got 5 now. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Pippen. He's scoreless. Driving in. And a 2-handed jam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Pass to connect. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Hachimura. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hachimura's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Looking confident inside. At 6'8", Hachimura is more than capable of inflicting some damage down there.
Count that bucket.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
And here's Connect outside. Memphis with a rebound. 40 seconds left in the third. Huff, good.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Hachimura. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Second team foul. At the line for 2, Rui Hachimura.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen some. Even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pippen, pass to Kennard. And another 3 for Memphis.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Hachimura outside to end the run. And the foul on Santi Aldama. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Stolen by Jackson.
On the court.
It could go. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jared Vanderbilt. Oh, throw it down! Wow!
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Morant with a screen on Vanderbilt. There's Jackson with the 3.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
It's James on the wing, defended by Jackson. James against Jackson. LeBron gets the bucket inside.
Look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Morant, no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
And he's headed. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably. Oh, wow! Set him up and let LeBron finish.
Oh, yeah, the old man could still do that. LeBron James with the catch and finish.
Morant against Doncic. Morant, the pass to Jackson. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses off the right iron. Here are the Lakers now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Payne against James. Inside. Hayes with a screen. James attack. Oh! Huge slam by LeBron!
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? We'll have to see.
Morant, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. He was getting himself to the line more consistently in the first half. We'll see if he ramps his intensity back up.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Pass to Edie. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Here's James. Outside Reeves. Clock at 6. Hayes with a screen on Payne. Reeves lays it up and banks it in. Reeves has got it. First points of the night.
A guy who will do what it takes to get his team what they need. Reeves steps up.
Stolen by Vanderbilt. James passes to Doncic. Hayes with it. James deciding where to go with it. And he drives in. Strong drive. LeBron.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
And that one's good. Morant.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Doncic outside. Down low. Pass to Hayes. 6 on the shot clock. And And he got the whistle on the way up. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thanks. Here's James. And it's in.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. Bain surveying the D. Pass to Edie. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Oh, wow. Unable to get off a shot. They'll turn it over. Very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. And here's Doncic. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And they go to the intentional foul. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Timeout, Grizzlies. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
Down one with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
And so it's Memphis with it.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. And this, all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce.
great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. Now, here's Maxey. From downtown. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Lakers on offense. Here's LeBron. Down it goes! Bam!
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Now, here's Maxey. Another miss by Maxey.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey, quick on the drive.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Boy, there's nothing quite like LeBron on the fast break. That combination of size, strength, and speed makes him electric.
And that one's good, Maxey.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The drive by James, and James throws it down hard.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And I don't know how you guard Embiid when he's hitting shots from out there.
Hachimura setting the pick for Doncic. Reeves outside. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. And Hayes throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's Maxey. 5 points in the game to the paint. Now, here's Embiid, covered by Hayes. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes.
Here's George, and he gets it to go.
How about George going to the floater, showing he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Way to go, PG.
Hachimura with a screen on George. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Carries it from three-point range.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong, he's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
Guys, I tell you what, just really enjoyable watching LeBron still do his thing. I mean, we're witnessing extended greatness.
Now here's LeBron. 9 points in the game so far. And Embiid with the block. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Now Embiid. Pass to Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. Takes it inside.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Doncic passes to Reeves. And here is James. Last game he had 28 points. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Max. Nice D from Doncic. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. 76ers on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Tyrese Maxey. Yabusele out there with George. And there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Outside, Maxey. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing here by 8. Looking to end the run. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Maxey looking it over. He takes it in. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
Doncic outside. For the 3. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Doncic against Maxey. Yabusele kicks to Maxey. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense. And taking a look at some numbers for Maxey. Great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points per game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
That one is no good. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76. Threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Maxey against Doncic. A 3-pointer off the mark. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Heat in Miami. James, the pass to Reeves. Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Embiid. Lobbed up there for Hachimura. Paul George with the steal. Here's Yabusele. James defending. Maxey looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Hachimura.
And that play showcasing Hachimura's hops. He just pops up and slams that one home.
Doncic against Maxey. Embiid with the screen on Hachimura. Pass to Embiid. Left side, Maxey. Clock at 6. Here's Yabusele. And a miss there on the triple. The shot and game clock separated by 4. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers leading by 7. Embiid with it to the inside. Doncic with the steal. A floater. And James with the basket on the assist by Reeves. 15 points for LeBron. Outside, George jacks up a 3. No good on that one. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He wrecked. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been racking up, turnovers. They've been very precise.
Okay, so now, and that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got good one. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Connect in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5. 4 on the clock. McCain's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hachimura. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Lakers in 5th.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
To the middle. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Doughton. Nothing on the board. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Here we go, all alone. And connects, slams it in.
Rising up, Dalton connect.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance. They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Here's Dalton. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to McCain. To the wing right side. Here's Dalton. Outside Edwards. It's good from long range.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Finney Smith kicks to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt with the screen. Vincent's shot is good.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Oubre outside. To the right side. Here's Dalton. Vanderbilt defending. Drummond. Off target from the baseline.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Goodwin with it. Hasn't made one yet. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
First team foul.
Lakers on D. A 2-point game. Pass to Yabusele. 6 to shoot. Embiid from outside. Another miss by Philadelphia. LA's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Vanderbilt. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt taking 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so...
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Right wing, George with the steal. And here we go.
Well, we've talked about, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Here's Vincent. Here's Vanderbilt. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Reeves. Taking a look at the 76ers. Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Reeves the pass to Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
James outside. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Here's Maxey. And contact on the shots. And folks, the coach's challenge has been it's been a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every 3 they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
Thanks, David. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic, no good.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Maxey against Doncic. Maxey kicks to George. Embiid with a screen on Hachimura. Here's George. It's hauled in by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Reeves. Pass to Hayes. George with the steal. Here's Grimes. And it's good, 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 7.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's James. LeBron goes on the attack.
You know, it's really hard for me to say if there's ever been anyone better at finishing through contact than LeBron. He's just so big and strong and fast, too.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Maxey hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's LeBron. That one goes in. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
And, you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Doncic against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Doncic outside. Hayes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Maxey passes to Yabusele. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Doncic against George. This one for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's George for 3. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. No one covered. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
It's rebounded by Hayes.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
And Doncic gets it to go.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
The drive by James.
And this is who LeBron James is, an incredible leader. When the game is tight, this guy willing to step up.
Maxey against Doncic. There's the pick. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Hachimura.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
And the dunk by James.
James never lets up. He is absolutely fearless down the stretch.
Here's George. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and
Grant. Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's Yabusele in at the 4.
Well, it's almost impossible to stay in front of Morant. He's just so... on the drive.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Up top, Maxey, guarded by Bane. Yabusele. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And the 76ers with possession. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that one. Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Outside for Morant. He buries it from 3. Morant's got 5 now.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. Good to see him being effective off the ball.
Maxey against Bane. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
George, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Bane, the pass to Morant. Nice move. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
Embiid, a screen on Bane. From deep. And it's Maxey missing.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Back to Bane. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
Smooth and fast release from Bane that time.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Morant, the pass to Wells. There's a screen. Outside for Morant. To the left wing. Here's Edey. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Now here's Morant, guarded closely. Uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 9.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Jackson, following the score by Philadelphia. There's a screen, right side Morant. Back to Jackson. Pass to Morant. 5 to shoot. Shoots over George. It's wide right, hits off the rim. 76ers trail by 9. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Grimes. Yet to see a basket. Maxey on the wing. Let's go with a 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Pass to Edey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Paul George.
Man, good whistle there.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game now. He does not get the second one. From deep three-point range, and that's not gonna go. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. 76ers trail by 7. Here's Grimes. Here's Yabusele. Screen by Embiid. Going inside. Beyond the arc. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Wells. Jackson, the screen. Wells, that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Morant, the pass to Bane. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Bane's got 5 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Here's Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Shoots. Out left to the wing. Here's Grimes. Off target from three-point range. Grizzlies lead by 11. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And so it's Memphis with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the inside, Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
There's Jackson with the 3. Fires in the triple. Give him 8 points now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Yabusele down low. And Embiid with the power jam.
Woo, that was big time. I mean, a dunk contest finish from Embiid. This guy can fly.
76ers trail by 11. George outside. A minute 37 left in the first half of this game. Embiid against Jackson. Puts one up from 19. And again, it's Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 8 points.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Jackson down low. The three from Bane. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. For Philadelphia, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. And then Embiid with the dunk.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
The drive by Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Jackson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And it's Maxey missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Grimes. They set a pick. And here's George. Hits the three-pointer. George has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Takes it inside. Grimes. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Counted from distance. He's got 13.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large? Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Good for the Celtics. They'll be up against the Magic in Orlando. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern.
2 of the best teams in the league facing off. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. That's going to be a fun one, guys.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the 76ers.
If they think they'll win.
That's it for us. Thanks.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Edwards out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Doughton in at the point guard position. And here's Morant outside. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. Pass to McCain. The 3-ball. Drills it from deep. McCain's got his first 3 points of the game.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Memphis leading by 4. Outside Morant. Here's Huff. Bane, the pass to Wells. Kicks it out to Bane. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. Bane's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, Bane had 1 goal that trip. Come right back at them with the 3 of his own.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Morant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete. And he is, without a doubt, one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Bagley's checked in for Memphis. Aldama comes in for Jackson. To the wing, right side. Launches a 3. McCain shot is off. Grizzlies lead by 7. Pass to Morant. Ja steps on the gas. You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, It's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
Truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. Memphis making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Kennard, he's checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for Morant. Pippen, pass to Kennard. Inside. Pass to Pippen. From deep. Drummond grabs the miss. 76ers trail by 9. To the paint. Here's Doughton. Here's McCain. Puts up a 3. Clark grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Offensive board. Here's Drummond. Pass to McCain. Back to Drummond. And here's Edwards outside. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed. Edwards has got 5 points.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Stevens is checked in for Memphis. To the middle. And Drummond with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Stevens, the pass to Clark. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Clark's gotten his first bucket of the night. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Kennard on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Pippen. And he banks in the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Oubre. 3-pointer, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Pass to Aldama. Shot clock at 5. Here's Stevens. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Stevens has got his first 2 points.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing with him.
Here's Doughton. Sinks that one from the post. Here's Pippen. For 3. And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Luke Kennard out there with John Conchar. Then there's Vince Williams. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Clark in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Embiid, and that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A line change here for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Embiid. He's closely guarded. Embiid just too tall inside.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
To the paint. Here's Edey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading by 8. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Off target with the 3. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Morant surveying the floor. Oh! Morant sinks the triple.
Well, that's a good sign there from Morant. He needs to keep making those shots in order to open this offense up.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Jackson for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Grimes, the pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes, pounded by Morant. The drive by Bane. From outside the arc. The rebound by Yabusele.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Embiid from outside. Oh, wow. Embiid from the parking lot.
Ooh, a big man with big-time range. Embiid showing how dangerous he is from deep.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
George passes to Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Embiid's got 9 points now in the second half. George against Morant. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Outside Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Joel Embiid pulls it down. 76ers trail by 6. George passes to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Tries again. Good work there as it goes.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Outside for Morant. A minute 22 left in the final quarter. Payne with a screen on Maxey. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. Embiid, a screen on Payne. And Maxey, here we go. Here's Embiid. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Morant against George. Edey. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
Here's Maxey. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Tyrese Maxey lives for these moments. Loves coming through in the clutch.
Here's Edey. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Back to Payne. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jackson. Here's Edey. Kept alive. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
First personal foul.
And that one falls for Jackson.
At the line for Memphis.
And so Jackson nails both of them. So it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on
season is tipped off, Richard. How important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. He's out there with Hachimura. And it's Doncic in a point.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now, here's Wells. Back to Bain. 5 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Beyond the arc. That one's in. His first shot this game.
One of many weapons in Jackson Jr.'s arsenal. He can spot up on you and make it look too easy.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Back to Doncic. Launches from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
After earning the #2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bain missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Nice play by Jackson Jr., just taking what the defense gives you.
From deep, James drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Morant. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And it's Doncic missing.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Morant kicks to Bain. No good on the triple. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." Goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. Doncic, again, Los Angeles.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Down low, and that one is hammered home.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
It's stolen by Hachimura. James with it, now guarded by Wells, and LeBron throws it down.
Like, at this point in time, like, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
Now here's Morant. Comes up empty down low. High, arcing shot. The game now all time. LeBron's got 9.
That makes him 4 out of 5. He's getting to his spots and just going to work right now.
Bain sets the screen for Jackson. It's rebounded by Hayes.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. And it's James missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Morant with a wide open look. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He has 5.
This is the productive play Morant delivers, and the team works hard to facilitate them for him.
And it's LeBron James with the 3.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Wells. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Jackson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. The Lakers in the lead. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's LeBron. Last game he had 28 points. Lets it go with the 3. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
Nice little duel here. LeBron getting the 3 points back for his team.
Reeves against Bane. Pass to Edey. Over Hayes. Out to Morant. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Morant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Back to Hayes. Lakers working the ball around now. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Jackson down low. He's covered by Hachimura. Buries the long-range jumper. Edey's got 7 points. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Morant.
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Now here's James. After Luka Doncic's miss, poke loose. LeBron outside. Tries it again. And the rejection by Jackson.
Walker foul call. First personal foul. First team.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Buffs jacked in. And Santi Aldama subbed in for Wells. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. James with it. He's picked up by Morant. And it's Doncic missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Reeves the pass to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Something Reeves has only improved at, making quality passes.
Pass to Aldama. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bagley, he's checked in for Memphis. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. On the wing, Jackson. From 12 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. Jackson's got 7.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
LeBron galloping to the rim.
And this is his game. He's not going to settle or try anything further away from the rim. He knows who he is.
Morant's against Doncic. And they pick up 2. Morant's got 9 points in the quarter.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
And James throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
And finished off by Bagley.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Doncic. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. Memphis has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Morant passes to Bagley. Over Hayes. Out to Morant. Bagley sets a screen for Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Luka Doncic. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%? And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Hachimura. Shoots over Aldama. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly.
Look at the defense. They're not even sweating. They need to run their offense. Get into some kind of rhythm. Hero ball is not working. Look.
Taking a closer look at the... That'll do it for our show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Connect out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Goodwin. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Lakers trail by 4. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. Kennard on the wing. And again, Memphis no good.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Vincent the pass to Goodwin. Inside, a steal. Fast break Memphis. Here's Morant. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Some changes for Memphis. Ruff's jacked in, and Wells is subbed in for Santi Aldama. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers trail by 4. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Back to Vincent. The tray. Hits it from three-point range. Vincent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Huff passes to Wells. To the middle. Another shot, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and they call over the back here. Too much contact. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
That shot, no good.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Here's Vincent, guarded by Morant. Vincent, the pass to Vanderbilt. Into the lane. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised.
Number 55.
A foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Always going up for the alley-oop here. That evens the score.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
A great score. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Memphis shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. 1:56 left in the third. R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And the dunk by Wells.
You don't expect this from Jackson Jr. He catches him by surprise by passing.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
There's 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to Vincent. Puts up a three. And here is Goodwin. Vincent with it. Shot clock at 6. Over Morant. Vanderbilt. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Vanderbilt's got his first points in this one.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Substitution on the court.
Lakers trail by 3. There's the pick. Here's Doncic. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. 80's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Morant missing. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He's at the quarter century. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells. Then it's Pippen. Then there's Desmond Bane. And it's Edey in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Doncic against Pippen. Doncic passes to Hachimura. The Lakers moving the ball around. LeBron, no luck.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with him, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And Wells drops them both. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to LeBron. Wells with the steal. Now here's Jackson from deep. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, where they just jump it.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
James right side. Doncic finds James. To halt the run. Grizzlies with the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Payne for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one. LeBron passes to Hachimura. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray.
You have to pay attention to Hachimura no matter where he is.
Now here's Wells. Covered by LeBron and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Morant, he's checked in for Pippen. And it's Hayes in the corner. Hachimura with a screen on Jackson. Doncic passes to Reeves. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's just a 3-point Grizzly lead.
A guy who will do what it takes to get his team what they need. Reeves steps up.
Here's the screen. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the lane. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
James. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Jackson. And here is Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's Wells. Outside, Bain. Outside, Jackson. Clock at 4. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they get it back. James against Jackson. 3-pointer. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Edey. Back to Jackson. The 3 from Morant. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They get a hand on it. Here's Morant. Misses there. So it's Memphis picking up the win. They didn't make it. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg
veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
And the Lakers starting five. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Zero hesitation, Maxey. Great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
To the inside, Grimes. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The shot by James, no good. Here's Maxey. Here he goes. And he dunks it down.
This is Maxey at his best, attacking the lane and finishing at the rack.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. 7-point differential. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night here.
The quick-footed, creative Max is so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Now, here is James. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. An open look for Vanderbilt. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Here's Maxey, following the score by Los Angeles.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And here's Doncic outside, pure from three-point range.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka gonna cook you.
Maxey against Doncic. Inside, Gabaselli, and the layup is good off the glass.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Jacks up a 3, and Los Angeles another 3.
He's become so comfortable from long range. That shot's now a weapon for LeBron.
Here's Maxey. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Vanderbilt. Lakers trail by 6. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Now here's Doncic. 23 points his last outing. From the arc. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And so it's Embiid with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Doncic against George. Now here's Doncic. Defense right on him. And George with some nice D. Maxey attacking. Boom! He jams it straight down. Wow.
The athleticism of Maxey. Impressive.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Lakers trail by 10.
First team foul.
It's James on the wing. Pass to Hayes. Doncic outside. The three.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
For three, Maxey hits the trifecta. Maxey's got 15 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double digit. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Or the 76ers at the top of their game, huh?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Maxey, George out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
LeBron James refusing to be denied, just muscling through that foul to get the shot off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Right wing. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. Philadelphia, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
George passes to Maxey. Sends it home from three-point land. Maxey's got 18.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
From deep, here's Doncic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Lakers trail by 11. James with the ball. Guarded now by Maxey. James against Maxey. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Pass to Grimes. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Embiid against James. Hayes, the pass to James. Back to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Maxey attacking, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
When Maxey has the ball, you got to keep him from getting downhill, or he's just going to take those points.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hayes with a screen on George, and here's Doncic outside, and another three for the Lakers.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Maxey with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. It's stolen by James. The finish! Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
As soon as he got the ball, LeBron was full steam ahead.
Down low. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
Second in free throw percentage, and they did a great job of protecting the ball. Second fewest in turnovers. That's tough to accomplish in today's fast-paced style.
And last year, the #1 ranking in steals just illustrated the level of effort that they put in on D. And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Here's Vincent. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now here's Maxey. He's covered closely. Pass to Grimes. The three. And it's Maxey missing. Lakers trail by 4. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Embiid inside. Back to Maxey. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Taking a look here now at this.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. Connect is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent, and it's Goodwin in at the 2. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
And Edwards slams it in.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Vincent outside to the left side wing. Here's Connect. Into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Here's Oubre. Over to the left wing. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. With the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Hachimura shifty off the drive there.
The Sixers lead by 3. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
The Lakers shooting 56% today. Now Vincent. There's the three. Drummond grabs the miss.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Driving inside. Here's Edwards. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. McCain. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And stolen by Edwards. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Here's Drummond. And the layup is good off the glass. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Here's Vincent. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Sixers lead by 9. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA is stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
To the paint.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Pass to McCain. Three-pointer. Outside Edwards. Back to Drummond. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, excellent possession from this team that time. When you set up Drummond down low, I mean, you're going to get trips to the line.
And so Drummond nails them both. Lakers trail by 11. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Vincent. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's McCain. He's got 5. Pass to Doughton. Oubre on the wing. Edwards with it. Over connect. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Edwards has got his second basket of the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 13. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Joel Embiid. Maxey out there with Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. James, left side. Fires for 3. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Here's Maxey. There's the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get...
Oh, huge slam by LeBron.
How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game. Put up big scoring numbers. A bunch.
And Maxey, here we go. Pass to Grimes. Now Maxey. Another shot. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Doncic.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there. Fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
Over the past few seasons, we've seen a big youth movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Doncic against George. Doncic right side. James outside. Hayes with a screen on Embiid. For 3, James. Hayes with a screen on Embiid. And another shot. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. James has got 7 points here in the quarter. Philadelphia leading by 14. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Yabusele.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
George outside. James with the rebound. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Kicks it to Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James.
3 points.
James has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. George outside. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. James outside. This one for 3. The putback. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Sixers lead by 11.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the 76ers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And big-time bragging rights won today, just grabbing that season series.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2 games to 1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Just James on the wing. Maxey covering.
LeBron James.
So it's Philadelphia picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way to the locker room earlier on, looking for success. Welcome, everyone. Let's get just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Ja Morant.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra. Points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. And as a coach, Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's 2 things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotations. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Bane, good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Yeah, Bane is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
Pass to Grimes. Connects from 3-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. Of course, Ja Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Yabusele kicks to Maxey. Clock is at 3. Over Bane. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Maxey into the lane, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
Left side, Bane, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Maxey passes to Yabusele. And there's the drive. Embiid kicks to Maxey. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Embiid, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Edey, 17 points in his last outing. Wells wide open, gets the three-pointer to fall. Wells has got 5 points so far.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Morant against George. They set the pick. Pass to Wells. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Wells.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Outside, George. Pass to Yabusele. And the layup falls.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Morant, that's for two. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Bain, and he jams it with authority.
Not settling for a jump shot. Bain right at the rim.
Maxey into the lane. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
Three-pointer by Embiid. Nailed from three-point land. Embiid's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting us.
Desmond Bain getting it done for the Memphis Grizzlies. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. He is having all sorts of problems with them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far. The scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
They've got Lowry. Edwards is out there with Kelly Oubre. And there's Embiid. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And he's good on the second. Easton, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is. And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Knocks it loose. George with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. From the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. And finished off by Morant.
Well, yeah, there's that explosiveness we talk about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and His presence on the floor is such a factor, it affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. It's a three-point game. Well, good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
George with the screen on Jackson. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid, too tough inside.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Bane with the screen on Embiid. A kick out to Bane. Bangs home the trifecta. Bane's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And finished off by Morant.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Maxey finds Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
Here's Heaney. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Morant kicks to Bane. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
76ers moving the ball around. And it's George missing. Memphis leading by 6. Morant with it. Maxey covering. And it's Morant missing. 76ers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Offensive rebound. George against Bane. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Then for the Grizzlies. Huff's jacked in. And Santi Aldama is subbed in for Wells. Here's McCain. Guarded by Bane. A nice shot by McCain.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Up and in on the layup. McCain's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Out left of the wing. Here's Aldama. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punch in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
Brought their A games. This is what it means to try to put a team on your shoulders, Ernie.
What do you mean? I've been carrying you on this show for years.
That's not entirely.
That'll do it for our show.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bane.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So on the floor for Memphis. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Santi Aldama is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Bagley in at the 5 roaming the paint. 76ers trailing. To the paint. Pass to McCain. Now Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
So much force. Easy money for Drummond.
Here's Morant. And it's sent back by Drummond. They recover it. Aldama passes to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers in points. The 76ers third.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Off's jacked in.
Well, it's almost impossible to stay in front of Morant. He's just so quick on the drive.
Downton, no good. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They lead by 1. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Thunderous stuff from Jackson Jr., showing his nasty streak.
Downton passes to Oubre. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it, and that one is good. Drummond's got his second bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Aldama slams it in.
Well, pretty sure Aldama could bring down the standard if he wanted to.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Edwards got it all tied up now for the 76ers. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Pass to Aldama. Here's Steffens. Back to Aldama. A 3-ball. He can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter of the game. Oubre with it. Still without a basket. And he drives in. Lays it up off the glass.
Crafty and cash it in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:39 left to play here in the third. Jackson with it. Now defended by Embiid. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
To the inside. Here's Yabusele. An easy 2 points on the layup. Yabusele's got 11.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play. Getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Pippen. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. There's a screen. With the teardrop, And the layup is good. 13 points in the game. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Pippen finds Williams. No good on the 3. 76ers have gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot by George, no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Outside for Pippen. Outside Jackson. There's the try, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Embiid, misses the 3. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Memphis out in front. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Yabusele. He's out there with Paul George. Embiid is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Edey.
76ers foul.
Morant. He's checked in for Pippen.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the Grizzlies. Number 12.
Morant against George. Here's Edey. And he slams it one-handed.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Wells sets the pick for Morant. Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant with a wide-open look. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Knocked away. Fast break Memphis. Clark outside. A second chance effort. And Morant will lay it in. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Morant. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor. The 76ers trail by 5. And George, here we go. Maxey, a shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Pass to Edey, out to the right wing. Morant against George. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Ja Morant again. Morant's got 20.
Wanting the ball in these spots is what makes Morant the leader that he is.
George sets a screen for Embiid. 3-pointer. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson is checked in for Clark. And it's Bain in for Kennard. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. The quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Embiid the screen. 5 on the clock. Wow, Embiid from way outside.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. And he's always ready to go on the attack.
Morant kicks to Bain. Jackson with the screen. Bain passes to Jackson. Morant outside. Back to Jackson. A kick out to Bain. There's the three. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicks it out to Maxey. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. Embiid the screen. Maxey passes to George. They grab their own miss. Pass to Maxey. Here he goes. Yes!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Jackson looking around. And they'll get another chance.
Well, Jackson Jr. showing his ability to be a leader in clutch time.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Jackson against Embiid. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Maxey finds George to take the lead. No good from three-point territory. Outside, Maxey. Outside, George. Bullseye! The Grizzlies call timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and